Welcome back, family. I hate to waste your time with drama, but I feel like this needs to be talked about because it is a sad situation that I'm seeing far too often in the alleged truth community where people with really good research skills are just going around talking about other people. And it's something that I can ignore, but when you're going after someone like me who has shared your content, and whenever your channel has been deleted, has been someone who's like, hey, here he is, here's his new channel. It's heartbreaking for that reason, but it's also heartbreaking the lack of understanding of what we're talking about coming from somebody that I used to really highly respect. And it's a channel that's now called They Live Truth. He used to be Russian VIDS, had the exact same logo here, and did some really good videos way back when, and was one of the best at pointing out some of the symbolisms and things like that. And a lot of people kind of jumped on that bandwagon and started doing the same types of things. And it's good to a degree, but when you just spend all of your time going after other people, it almost becomes like a gossip network. And so I wanted to address something he talked about, or actually both of the things. The first thing was he was saying that we are defending Greg Locke, which, if you saw our video, I'm not defending anything he did. He was in the wrong. I'm saying we shouldn't be doing the things that we did, planting those seeds of anger, not putting out the fruits of the Spirit, slandering the guy. Yes, he said flat earth was nonsense, but people going and then saying, you're a Bible denier, and just being hateful is something we need to avoid. Was he actually denying what the Bible said? Yes, we know that. But there's ways to peacefully do this that I feel is more likely to win somebody like him over than if we're abrasive like this. Now he's totally shut off. He's never going to even listen to us. And so that was my point. We need to be kind. Our words have consequences beyond what we can fathom. But I'm not going to play that part. That part's, him showing the hand signs and things of Greg Locke and how he's a Mason and all of that. I'm not saying he is or that I agree with him on that. He may very well be. I don't know. I don't care, honestly. But one thing that I wanted to point out mainly was his interpretation of our video about Enoch's vision. And for those of you who are familiar with visions, there's visions in Revelation, there's visions throughout the Word. They're not always literal when they see stuff, okay, like a dream. Nebuchadnezzar's dream, for example, with the giant statue representing all these kingdoms. There's times in the Bible where things represent other things. Parables that the Messiah uses. There's things that represent other realistic things. Okay, Jesus always said the kingdom is like this, and he would give an analogy. And so people understood those weren't literal. And right here, this is where it's sad, because he thinks that we're reading what's called a vision and claiming that it's literal, that elephants, camels, and donkeys are some half-breed made by the Nephilim. And we didn't say that. The video doesn't ever say that. And he actually plays our words, which I'm glad he did so that we can defend ourselves in his video. But people in the comments, if you go down and look, they don't understand that. They think that he's right and that's what we actually said. And that's where it's heartbreaking. We're in a time period where truth-seeking is done mostly on watching videos like this, and it's not really going to the Bible. And so we need to actually go there and study the Bible and look into these things. But here's what he says, or what he thinks I'm saying. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys listen to him real quick.
Another issue I have with Josh, where he reads from the book of Enoch and quotes from the book of Enoch stating, these three animals that God created, again, the elephant, as your little tiny baby elephant here, beautiful creatures, are basically demonic half-breeds. Unbelievable.
Okay. So you can go, I'll link our video in the description. You can watch the entire thing. It's a short video. And see if we ever said that these were half-breeds or demonic. You can watch the entire video. Or just watch the segment that he shows, because you can see that we don't say that.
And again, to me it's blasphemy that Josh would even consider that. And I'm going to play that clip with Josh, but I want to show these animals. Do any of you out there believe these are satanic half-breeds that cross with a cow and fallen angels? Give me a break. All Satan can do is steal, plagiarize, take from what God created. Owls are amazing, beautiful creatures that God created. And again, these Satanists steal and take. Look at that owl. You think that's an evil creature just because the satanic Masons use it as their symbol? Do you think these little goats are evil? Absolutely not. But they take again and use it as symbolism, and it's passed on to many people in truth as something bad, and that's very unfortunate. Let's play that clip with Josh, his own narration, reading from the book of Enoch. And again, to me, like I said earlier, this is complete blasphemy, talking about God's beautiful creations being demonic half-breeds. Let's take a listen.
So you have Enoch's vision, and I'm just going to read starting at verse 3, and he says, "And again I saw in the vision." Okay, so just to be clear, I hope you guys heard that. I said twice, this is a vision. I don't, and it's sad to me because as much respect as I used to have for him, that he doesn't understand that this is a vision. A vision is not literal. For those of you who are watching this, I'm not saying that these elephants, camels, and donkeys were literal creatures. They represent something. Like wolves in another vision that Enoch had represented Egypt. Okay? I don't feel like I should have to explain this stuff, but sadly, when you see the comments, you do. You have to say, hey, look, a vision is not literal. Okay? A vision can point to literal things, but a vision itself is not showing you, or not always showing you anyways, literal things. It's things that represent events to come. So I'm going to go ahead and let this keep playing. "And looked at the heavens, and behold, I saw many stars, and they fell from heaven, and were thrown from heaven near the first star," because one star already fell, the leader of the fallen. This is about the fallen angels here. "And among those cattle and bullocks." So again, right there I'm telling you that these stars represent the fallen angels, not that the fallen angels were actually stars. Okay? Don't know why he didn't address that, but that is another part of that vision. "And looked at the heavens, and behold, I saw many stars, and they fell from heaven, and were thrown from heaven near the first star," because one star already fell, the leader of the fallen. This is about the fallen angels here. "And among those cattle and bullocks there they were with them, pasturing among them, and I looked at them, and behold, they all let out their members," I'm not going to say the other word so we don't get flagged or anything, "like horses, and began to mount the cows and bullocks. And these all became pregnant, and brought forth elephants, and camels, and asses." These... Oh, there's my boy. Hey, buddy. So, come in here, buddy. And so, what he doesn't understand, the bullocks aren't literal bulls. They represent people. Okay? And so, this is the sons of God taking the daughters of men. These are the three races of giants it talks about at the beginning of Enoch, the Nephilim. And now we have all three of these Nephilim who they know who they are in this book.
So again, Josh believes these are the fallen ones, or the crossbreed with the fallen ones. Absolutely not. A lot of people in truth talk about...
Okay, so, as you can see, I never said they were crossbreeds. I was reading a vision, and his understanding of visions, he thinks that I believe they are literal. I don't know. It's really sad. And so, if you're watching this, brother, still love you. I really want the best for you. I would like for you to maybe hang out with us sometime. Maybe do a video with us. Maybe anything other than just trying to go after people in the truth community. You have far too much talent to be just, wasting your time doing that. There's so many important topics out there. We get it. The world is full of dark people in secret societies. They're everywhere. And a lot of our videos, we talk about some of those things, like our final card video. We talk about those connections a little bit. But we have a short time left to get people ready for the next chapter. And the truth community is doing so much damage, people don't even know what the next chapter is. And so I really need to be spending time talking about those things. But I just wanted to address this because I'm seeing so many in the comments of this video. Good job, brother. You really exposed them. And I can't believe they think these things are demonic or whatever they're saying. They believe it. And they believe that's what we were saying. And that's not the case. And so I wanted to address that really quick. because I deal with a lot of drama, and it's usually over misunderstandings. I'm a middle school teacher now, and so I deal with drama every day. I shouldn't have to come home and see stuff like this and have somebody saying, hey, guess what? Somebody's talking about you. It's like I'm back at work. I want to get away from that for a little bit. And I love those children. I love them. They're precious. They're a gift. But everyone knows that about that age, when the hormones kick in, the drama unfolds, and people that were always best friends are now mortal enemies. And so I don't want this to happen. I don't want somebody like him to be someone that we just completely turn our backs on and say, don't ever, unsubscribe from him. I will just tell you, though, use caution when you're listening to people. Use discernment. Hear out what the people on the other side are saying. Just because they point out somebody, it doesn't mean they're bad. Okay? These are people that are going around seeking things like that all the time. That's the only thing they focus on. And so if you look hard enough, you're going to find something with your own family members. I was taking a picture of my baby boy one day, and his hand made that little 666 symbol right there. I should have just left him alone and parted ways, But those things happen. People's hands make different gestures on accidents when they're nervous and all of that. Sometimes we look too far into things. I've seen it happen with people that I know personally where they're getting called out, and it's like, I know their hearts. I know their intentions. They weren't doing those hand signs on purpose. And so just be careful out there, guys, and remember to send love and send light out there to these people that are just falling for all these deceptions. Like we were talking about with Greg Locke, there's a lot of people out there deceived. I'm not defending them being deceived, but we were all deceived at one point. That's why it feels so good to be set free. That's why we're thankful to be where we are in these end times where the deceptions are ramping up. They're talking about UFOs and aliens again. That's starting to ramp back up. There's important things to talk about, and me saying things about Greg Locke and talking about a vision, it's not one of those we should be wasting our time on. And so I just wanted to let you know that. And again, it's sad. I had to unsubscribe, and I know that seems like I'm showing unforgiveness, but I don't want to give someone support when these are the types of things they do. But again, extremely heartbreaking. I just wanted to set the record straight on this and address the misunderstandings here from someone that is doing more damage to the truth community than good. And I know it seems like the intentions are always good when people are exposing lies, but sometimes they just get out of hand. And so I wanted to point that out. I'm not going to say anything negative about his character, other than it's just sad to see that, especially since we promoted them for several years, probably almost nearly the entire length of time that we've been doing this. He was one of the early ones that we found that was exposing NASA and things like that and putting out some really good stuff. So I hate to see the direction he's gone, but things happen for a reason, and maybe this will send him our way. And maybe, brother, if you're watching this, reach out to us, man. If you want to come over, I don't know where you live. If you're in the U.S. and you ever want to meet up, say stuff about us to our face. I don't care. It'd be great. It'd be great to talk to you man to man instead of in this fashion. I think I'm a little old school to where I feel like that's what we should do. If you have a problem with somebody, talk to them. I believe the Bible speaks about that as well. And so, anyways, I love you guys. The Father loves you, and we will see you around real soon.